Have you ever wondered what really goes on behind the scenes at a Texas fire station? I mean, sure, you see those big red trucks barrel down Main Street, sirens blaring, but do you know what it truly takes to be a Texas firefighter? Today, y'all, I'm about to take you inside one of the toughest, gutsiest jobs in the Lone Star State. And let me tell you, it's so much more than sliding down poles and rescuing kittens. Howdy, friends. Welcome back to the Lone Star Plate, where we serve you stories straight from the heart of Texas. Now, if you're fascinated by tales of courage, Texas grit, and the kind of teamwork you only find in the heat of the moment, you're in for a firecracker of a video. Because today, I spent a full 24 hours living, breathing, and sweating right alongside some of Texas's bravest, our firefighters. I promise you, by the end of this, you'll have a whole new respect for the folks who run towards the flames while everyone else is running out. So pull up a chair and let's get to it. All right, picture this. It's 5:45 a.m. That's right, before the sun's even up, and the only thing awake is the occasional mockingbird. I shuffle into Station 27 in Austin, boots on, heart thumping harder than a bull at the State Fair rodeo. The air's thick with the smell of coffee and, oddly enough, pancakes. Turns out, breakfast at the firehouse is a sacred ritual, and you haven't truly had Texas pancakes until you've eaten them sitting next to a firefighter named Bubba. As the day begins, the camaraderie is immediate. There's laughter and stories, but there's also this palpable sense of readiness. Every single person in that room knows that at any minute, the alarm could sound and it's go time. After a quick rundown from the captain, I'm assigned tasks. Checking equipment, rolling hoses, and yes, even shining up that gorgeous fire engine until it glistens brighter than a brand new belt buckle. Now, don't let those TV shows fool you. Most Texan firefighters aren't sitting around waiting for things to happen. There's training, constant drills, and double-checking gear. I try hauling a fire hose and instantly realize those things are heavier than a sack of wet concrete and a lot more unwieldy. By mid-morning, I'm sweating buckets and wishing I'd done a few more push-ups in my youth. Right before lunchtime, the inevitable happens. The alarm blares, that shrill, heart-stopping sound, and suddenly, everyone's moving in flawless choreography. Boots on, jackets zipped, helmets in place. We're in the truck in under a minute, engine screaming down the streets. Adrenaline? Y'all, I've never felt anything like it. We roll up on the scene. It's a kitchen fire in an old East Austin house. The crew goes to work without hesitation, fanning out, grabbing axes and hoses. I'm relegated to the background, watching in awe as my new friends operate like a perfectly oiled machine. The heat is fierce, the smoke thick as a hill country fog, but they never flinch. In just a few minutes, the fire's under control. Nobody hurt, house mostly saved, and amidst the chaos, there's this unmistakable sense of pride. Not boastful, just Texan, quiet confidence. Afterwards, we're back at the station and the mood is lighter. There's retelling of the call, a little ribbing, and plenty of water. They talk through what went right, what could have gone better. It's an open dialogue. Nobody's too proud to learn, nobody's too green to teach. And beneath it all, there's a powerful feeling of family. As the afternoon stretches on, I get a peek into the less glamorous side of things. Paperwork, maintenance, community outreach prep. But here's what shocked me most. Texas firefighters don't just fight fire. They're EMTs, accident responders, and sometimes the first friendly face a neighbor sees after a crisis. They conduct fire safety workshops at local schools, install smoke detectors for folks who can't, and even rescue the odd animal or two, including, yes, the occasional unlucky armadillo. Let's talk about food for a second, because this is the Lone Star Plate after all. Around 6, the crew gathers for the evening meal. Tonight, it's Bubba's famous chili, thick with brisket and just enough heat to make you sweat. We sit at a big family table, jokes and stories flowing faster than sweet tea at a Sunday picnic. This meal, I realize, is another form of fuel. It's what gets them through the long nights, the 3 a.m. calls, and everything in between. Night falls, but the work doesn't stop. There could be another emergency at any time. I do my best to stay alert, but y'all, around midnight, I'm running on pure willpower and caffeine. That's when I see something special. A rookie quietly sitting with a fire dog, talking about his nerves. An old-timer sits down beside him, offering advice about how every call is different, how you always trust your partner, and above all, you never give up on your folks or your town. As dawn creeps up and my shift comes to an end, I realize I've barely scratched the surface of what it means to be a Texas firefighter. It's hard, it's often thankless, but it's built on a foundation of service, sacrifice, and love for community. The folks I met weren't just co-workers, they were a second family, bound not by blood, but by a fierce loyalty to each other and to the people of Texas. Here's something to chew on, y'all. Texas is home to over 70,000 firefighters, more than half of them unpaid volunteers. Whether it's rushing into a burning barn in the Panhandle or battling a wildfire in the piney woods, these men and women hold the line when danger calls. At the end of a day like this, I have nothing but respect. And if you're like me, you'll think twice before taking their work for granted. Now, I gotta ask, what do you think is the toughest part of being a Texas firefighter? Is it the physical demands, the mental toll, or maybe something else altogether? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. And if you got your own stories or questions about firefighting in Texas, I want to hear them. If you loved getting this inside look into Texas life, hit that like button, subscribe to the Lone Star Plate, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss a story from the heart of the Lone Star State. Share this video with someone who could use a reminder of what Texas courage really looks like. Until next time, this is the Lone Star Plate. Tipping my hat to all our Texas firefighters. Stay safe, hold the line, and keep that Texas spirit burning bright.